Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates. What you're about to hear is not just a story about trade rumors, it's about a franchise standing at a crossroads. It's about the painful truth of choosing between the present and the future. And at the heart of it all is Jonathan Kuminga, a 21-year-old forward who might represent the Warriors' last bridge to the next era, or their biggest trade chip to chase one final title with Steph Curry. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why this decision might define the next decade of Warriors basketball. The Golden State Warriors have made their first major move of the offseason, but it's not the type that makes headlines. It's quiet, procedural, strategic. They extended a $7.9 million qualifying offer to Jonathan Kuminga, making him a restricted free agent. That single action sent a ripple through the NBA. Because it doesn't just mean they want to keep him. It means they want control. They want leverage. It means negotiations are on the table, for a long-term deal, or a trade. This is the chessboard now. And every piece matters. By extending the qualifying offer, the Warriors didn't commit to Kuminga. They bought time. Time to see if any team out there is willing to offer him the $25 to $30 million annually that he reportedly wants. Time to gauge the market. Time to evaluate what's real interest, and what's leverage being used by other front offices. But above all, they now hold the right to match any offer that comes in. That's the power of a restricted free agency. It gives Golden State the final say. But that power comes with a cost, and not just financial. Because here's the brutal reality. The Warriors can't afford him. Not easily. They already have over $140 million committed to Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, and now Jimmy Butler. Kuminga's desired deal would push them into dangerous luxury tax territory, especially under the new CBA rules that penalize high-spending teams with trade restrictions, loss of mid-level exceptions, and roster inflexibility. To keep Kuminga long-term, they'd have to move big salaries or let go of depth. And with an aging core trying to squeeze one more championship out of what's left, every dollar, every role player, every contract matters. But the argument isn't just about money. It's about fit. Kuminga is a rare talent. A 6 feet 8 inches athletic marvel who showed flashes of stardom last postseason, averaging 24 points on 55% shooting in his final 4 playoff games, playing with defensive urgency, slashing to the rim with purpose. He looked like a man ready to explode onto the national stage. But there's a catch. His game is isolation-heavy, thriving when the ball is in his hands. He needs space. He needs rhythm. And Steve Kerr's motion-heavy system isn't built that way. It's about passing, cutting, timing. It's about trust. And with Jimmy Butler now in the picture, commanding usage and playing a similar position, Kuminga's role becomes even murkier. His ceiling is clear, but his path within this system isn't. And that's what's driving these trade talks. Enter the suitors. The Sacramento Kings have shown interest. They see Kuminga as a perfect athletic complement to Domantas Sabonis, someone who can run in transition and bring defensive edge to their frontcourt. But their initial offer, centered around Dario Saric and rookie Devin Carter, was swiftly rejected by the Warriors. If they want to get serious, they'd need to include names like Keegan Murray, Malik Monk, or Keon Ellis. And that's where the talks hit a wall. The Chicago Bulls are another team lurking. They could offer Nikola Vucevic or Kobe White to make the salaries work, surrounding Kuminga with young talent like Kobe White, Patrick Williams, and Ayo Dosunmu. But for the Warriors to listen, there needs to be future draft capital involved. A first-round pick. Maybe even 2. And even then, the fit must be perfect, because Golden State knows they're giving up a player with franchise potential. The Miami Heat present an ironic twist. After sending Jimmy Butler to the Warriors, they now want Kuminga as a replacement scorer. They've dangled names like Haywood Highsmith, Nikola Jovic, or Devin Mitchell, and there's buzz about a protected 2028 first-rounder being thrown in. But with the Heat, it's always about culture. They see Kuminga's tenacity, his two-way potential, and believe they can maximize him in their system. And the Warriors? They're listening. But they're not desperate. Then there are the dark horses. The New Orleans Pelicans, fresh off a mini rebuild and armed with Jordan Poole and Kevin Looney, could reunite Kuminga with familiar faces. There's chemistry there. A potential plug-and-play scenario. Washington, on the other hand, might be willing to offer young players like Bilal Coulibaly and a future pick. But Alex Sarr, their prized draft pick, is considered untouchable. That limits the ceiling of what Golden State can get in return. So why not just keep Kuminga? Because the Warriors are torn between two timelines. The present, anchored by Stephen Curry, desperate to win now. And the future, symbolized by Kuminga, who needs touches, time, and patience to become the player he can be. There's also a technical hurdle in play: base year compensation. If Kuminga signs a deal worth $30 million per year, the Warriors, under CBA rules, can only take back $18.75 million in salary without triggering a hard cap. That complicates trades. It limits options. It forces front offices to get creative, adding more teams or assets to make the math work. And in a league where flexibility is currency, the Warriors are finding themselves trapped in a corner. Even worse, there's no true bidding war yet. The Brooklyn Nets are the only team with real cap space, and they've shown little interest in Kuminga. That means every other scenario requires a sign-and-trade. Which means Golden State holds all the cards, but also carries all the risk. Let's be clear about something: Kuminga is not just a trade asset. He's the best young piece the Warriors have left. Moses Moody is solid. Brandon Podziemski is promising. But Kuminga? Kuminga has the potential to be an all-star, maybe more. And letting him go without a substantial return could haunt this franchise for years. But here's the pain point. You can't keep everyone. If the Warriors are serious about one last run with Steph, Draymond, and now Jimmy Butler, they may have no choice but to flip Kuminga for win-now help. A versatile big. A shooter. A defender. Someone who fits seamlessly next to their aging core. Because time is the enemy now. Not potential. And so we wait. We wait for an offer to come. We wait for front offices to blink. We wait to see if the Warriors will prioritize the future or double down on the now. One move could change everything. One trade could reshape the league. One decision could define an era. Will the Warriors keep their rising star? Or will Jonathan Kuminga be the price of one more shot at glory? We're about to find out. So if you want to stay updated on every twist in this story, make sure you're subscribed, hit that like button, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next chapter. The future of the Golden State Warriors is being written right now, and it all starts with Jonathan Kuminga. And here's the key takeaway from the channel: delve into financial education to enhance your quality of life. Within the financial market, explore bonds and shares, particularly focusing on real estate investment trusts, which offer the potential for passive income. Engage with this responsibly and consider reputable investment brokerages worldwide.